How will a trust benefit my family? If I were to think of structuring or forming a trust, how will that benefit my family? Let's think about a situation where a trust can actually administer assets on behalf of someone who cannot be capable of helping themselves with the assets. For instance, you might be having minor children and you're wondering, what will happen to them should I pass on? Will they be able to inherit assets? No, they won't because they are minors. Minors in South Africa are not allowed to inherit assets. They can't legally own without a legal guardian right. Now, for simplicity, you might want to consider a trust for that reason. Sometimes you may find that you've got someone who's handicapped, someone who cannot run financially, whether it's a physical or mental handicap. You might want to consider that. And we all know with age, our capacity diminish. So you might want to consider situations where you're not able to look after yourself. Then, as a result, you consider yourself to that should I not be able to look after myself, there will be professional people who can actually administer the assets on my behalf. Now, one of the also added benefits about a trust is being able to house these complex assets, things like farming, things like assets where you don't want to divide them among the multiple kids, and you can just house them inside a trust where everyone can benefit from there. Of course, we all don't want to pay too much tax unnecessary, so there are those minor tax benefits that you can take advantage of by having a trust. What are those, Shilly Boy? Those tax benefits could include savings on estate duty. You know that the assets that are in a trust and the trust is administered properly will not form part of your estate when you pass on. Therefore, they could be exempted from paying an estate duty. Right. Donation tax, you can save on donation tax. Also, for that matter, you can save on a using what you call conduit pie principle. What is this conduit pie principle? Conduit pie principle allows us to transfer some of the incomes and capital gain tax to the individuals who are beneficiaries of that particular trust so that they are the ones who are going to be taxed. And we know that sometimes in most cases, individual tax rate can be lower than that of a trust. That could also be one of the benefits. Of course, another added benefits is when you pass on, there's all what we call an executor has to be appointed to administer your estate. So now, if those assets are not part of your deceased estate, an executor will not be able to charge the fees that they typically charge when they administer their estate. And how do they charge those fees? The executors charge fees currently is about 3.5 plus VAT. So now, on gross value of your estate, you can imagine if you've got so much of properties in your name and then they end up having to charge such particular fees, that could actually do away and actually reduce the wealth that you're supposed to be transferring to your children. So now those are some of the things that you need to consider on why you should be having a trust and how is it going to benefit your family. So share with me what you consider that it will be benefits for you to have a trust, and then I'll do part two if you can share the comments. Good luck.